Good day, viewers. We are glad to be with you again. It has been an amazing week. Hope you followed our last video. All right, my name is Chukwuebuka Lawrence of Wejo4 CLO, and I'm glad to be in the studio this moment with my boss. I call him Oga at the top. Please, just introduce yourself.
Cool, Solomon.
Okay. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Today we have an issue we want to trash. A lot of people have not been able to believe so much in themselves, and because of this, opportunities have been lost. Last week we heard a story about a girl who went for interview. The moment she came in, she was the most qualified, certified, meaning that her certificate proved that she's the most qualified. But beyond the certificate, when they began to do the interview, she was so quiet, moody. She was unable to speak up and all of that. And due to that analysis, she lost the job. The HR manager said she was the most qualified, but her self-esteem, her self-image refused her of that awesome opportunities. It's why we have our boss in the studio today, so that he can help us do justice to this issue of self-esteem. Is self-esteem common among young people?
Self-esteem or lack of self-esteem is an issue amongst people. It's about lack of acceptance, low self-worth, being withdrawn when somebody is something that is qualified for or not, but the confidence to express his or herself is where the problem comes in.
Oh, wow. Okay, so in just few minutes, what is low self-esteem?
Low self-esteem is lack of self-worth, lack of confidence. Okay. When one doesn't believe in him or herself, that's essentially what low self-esteem is.
Okay, so before we go into seeing how we can boost our self-image, what are some of the indicators that shows that a person is actually having a low self-esteem?
Okay. When we talk about esteem, we mean value, respect. So when one has low self-esteem, so that person is usually withdrawn. There's no confidence. The person does not believe in himself. He wants to sit at the back seat. He thinks his opinion does not matter. He doesn't want to lend a voice to issues. Wow. So that's it about low self-esteem. Wow.
So number one, the person is
lacks confidence.
The person lacks confidence.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Number two, the person is withdrawn. Number three is that in community interaction, the person's voice is dim or low. Doesn't want to talk.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are some of the boosters? How do we boost our self-image, having known that self-esteem plays a very, very important role to our accomplishment as young people? So for those of us out there who are victims of poor image, what are your recommendations that will enable boost our self-esteem?
Number one is your confidence. And confidence has its roots in preparation. Your talk, your work, your appearance. That's number one. Number two is preparation. Maybe you're going for an interview, as you said. You prepare very well. Okay. Research about the organization. Prepare yourself. And number three is pep talk, what I call pep talk. You talk yourself up. You don't always on the downside on issues. Okay. I'm fit. I'm confident. I'll win. I am making it in this interview. When you talk yourself up, your spirit becomes lifted. You're not down.
Excuse me. You talk about pep talk. We've seen some people walk on the street and then they are talking to themselves, and then you begin to say, "Is this one normal? Is this one normal? Is that pep talk?"
When you are talking to yourself on the streets, it could be some trace of madness. When you want to talk to yourself pep talk, you can go indoors. Go to don't let anybody catch you though. I advise you can go to the restroom and build yourself up by talking to yourself. I'm not losing this interview, I will do well. And when you do these things, you see that you come out with a smile.
Okay. Wow.
That's it.
So boosting self-image is actually possible.
Of course it is.
Does relationship have a role, directly or indirectly, to enhancing self-image?
Of course, but I must go to the Bible because you've drawn me to the Bible. You look at the book of Proverbs.
Okay.
The book of Proverbs talks about that the countenance of a man sharpens the other. I think 17:29 to 9:17 of Proverbs. So when you stay with people that are beating, that lack low self-esteem,
Yeah.
you hear them say, "Ibn fagot mo." That's
What does that mean?
that's EU is goat, but there's a local goat and there's a foreign goat.
Oh dear.
So what it actually means is that they are better off than myself.
Okay.
So you have sold out in the morning already.
Wow.
So when you hang out with people that have good or high or good self-esteem, you see that your esteem comes up. You stay in their midst, they interact with you, they rub off on you, and you do well.
Wow. Okay. What age do we advise these self-esteem boosters? When do we start building up our esteem? Or should we just leave it to grow by chance?
I should say, as far as you're conscious, it could start from the home, but as far as you're conscious, you see some people, they don't want to be the keeper, like in a football team. They are scared of making mistakes. But nobody was born the perfect keeper. It's
right.
when you play and train, you enhance your capacity,
Wow.
you play more, you do better. But I used to make mistakes, so I won't do it again. No. A man said that if you fail, try again. So
Wow.
by practicing, you enhance your self-esteem and become the number one keeper.
Wow.
You're unbeatable,
Wow.
the champion. So that's how it is.
So practice makes perfection.
Of course.
Wow. Somebody was saying something the other time. He said, proper preparation prevents
poor
performance.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So your self-esteem can actually come to limelight. You can do better than that. Don't feel inferior. You are not least than anybody on the earth.
Not at all.
You know, when you begin to see yourself from the lens of I'm a failure, I'm inferior, I can't do it, you begin to depreciate value. Am I making sense? So start talking yourself up.
Once you are beating within, you'll be beating without.
Oh dear.
Once you are beating within, you know that I can't do this. You can't do it.
My God.
So, but once you prepare yourself and energize yourself, they said now nobody will say if you are here if you don't say you are here.
Yeah.
So you are the one that will say I'm here.
Yeah.
People will know that you are here.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Please go out there today, make the most of your esteem. First, you need to go behind and talk yourself up. Prepare properly before you engage in any task or assignment. It will help you gain confidence, just like the prof have shared today. One more time, you're going to tell the viewers your name, and if you have any advice, just drop it to our audience.
I'm Okoli Solomon by name. I want to tell you are the best. Know it in your mind. Even if you think you're not the best, go and prepare. You are the best.
You are the best. The best of you will show expression, even in greater dimension. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just keep doing your best, and the best will become your best.
You are the best.
You are the best.